Did you know your Cisco devices have hidden services running that hackers love to exploit? In this video, I'll show you how to find and disable dangerous unused services, plus the critical time sync protocol that could save your network during a breach investigation. Stay until the end to see how disabling just one service can dramatically improve your security. To make deployment easier, routers and switches start with a list of services enabled by default, which are deemed useful for most environments. But since not all networks have the same requirements, some of these services may not be necessary. Disabling services that are not considered useful frees up system resources and eliminates any security vulnerabilities in the operation of these services. This show command allows you to control which UDP or TCP ports the router is listening for. A best practice is to identify open ports so you can determine which services should be disabled. In the example, the router's enabled services are Telnet, SSH, DHCP, and TACACS. The latter is a protocol that allows you to centralize the authentication of your own equipment. That is, with a single account. A second practice would be to disable the CDP on interfaces that could represent a risk. For example, on those that are connected directly to the internet. The command no-CDP run allows you to disable CDP on all interfaces of the device. That is to say, in general. By the way, we can see that this command is run in global configuration mode. And if you want to disable CDP only on an interface, you have to connect to it and enter the command no-CDP enable. A final highly recommended practice would be to disable the HTTP service, which is enabled by default on the router, because if it is activated, it will then be possible to access the routers with a simple web page. As for HTTPS, it can remain enabled. The no IP HTTP server command disables HTTP. To reactivate it, you simply need to make an IP HTTP server, NTP, Network Time Protocol. We're going to end the course with the NTP protocol. NTP allows you to synchronize the clocks of several devices on a network. This is essential to be able to use digital certificates and also to be able to interpret the events in the logs. It is possible to configure a router as an NTP server so that the other devices, which will be configured as a client, can synchronize their clocks. Let's see in configuration. Here, we have an NTP server that carries the IP 10.10.20.21. We're going to synchronize the switch and the router on this clock. The command NTP server plus IP allows you to configure the device as an NTP client by indicating the address of the NTP server. Here, we configure the NTP so that switch 1 attaches to the router and the router synchronizes with the NTP server. It allows us to better optimize traffic. We could also have attached the switch directly with the NTP server at the other end. And the commands show NTP associations and show NTP status allow you to check the NTP parameters.